Okay, we are back after quite a long time of a hiatus, but we are back with the truck series at Martinsville Motor Speedway. It's gonna be wild, but before we get things started with the main race, we gotta get these trucks qualified, and we now have 10 trucks in the qualification race. Uh, as mentioned before, and as we've seen before, the top 5 will advance from this. It's going to be a 5% sprint race, 25 laps in the qualifying race. And yeah, the field's only getting bigger, the competition's only getting tougher. We'll see what happens. We can see Noah Cole in his first qualifying race. He's topping the practice charts right now. Chris Green still looking to make his first start on the season. Virginia Brock, this is her second. Adrian McCoy, he's made one race already. Keegan Love Jr. has been either a hit or a miss. Finished first in his first qualifying race, finished last in his second qualifying race. So let's see what he does in the third one. Looks like he's right in the middle. Carson Hubbard has made both qualifying attempts so far. It looks like he needs to get the truck dialed in a little more if he wants to make it 3 for 3. And we got a new player in the game here. We got Ivan Wright making his debut. The rookie in the 34 Snow Owls Motorsports entry. And he's looking to get his name on the points table after this one. Lewis Peterson, George Gallagher, and John Jacobs round out the rest of your 10 drivers looking to make the show. So, let's finish up practice and get into qualifying.
Drivers, to your
Noah
car.
Cole stays on top for qualifying. George Gallagher gets the outside row pole. And Virginia Brock, Chris Green, round 2. Lewis Peterson, Adrian McCoy, row 3. Keegan Love Jr., Jacobs in row 4, Carson Hubbard, and Wright rounding out the other 2 spots in the show. So, as usual, it's always pretty tricky to stop this at...
Drivers, to your car.
I'm just going to leave it. We'll talk a little bit, because I know I'm going to miss like 3 laps if I let it go any longer. So yeah, things are definitely getting tougher as we progress here. You can see that new truck right there, the 34, qualified in 9th, right there. Ivan, right in the back there, in that kind of burgundy colored Dodge Ram. I'm not sure what's in the front of that. There's like some sort of graphic. We can take a look. We got the time. So I guess I apologize if I get this wrong, but it looks kind of like something anime on that. Not exactly sure. If you're in the chat, please let me know if you know what that is. But nice view of the whole cameras, onboard cameras we have installed on these beautiful trucks here. Carson's still looking to... Well, I think I gotta throw out some sponsors, but I'll retro pay all the drivers that should have been eligible for a sponsor and haven't received one. I apologize. That's completely on me. McCoy especially. He's made his start now, and he still hasn't gotten a sponsor offer, but they will retro pay. So hopefully time's just about out. Yeah, we got 7 seconds to go now, thank God. So 25 laps, like I said, there shouldn't be a pit stop in this one, but this Martinsville track version is very notorious for I guess it's tire wear, because it can't be fuel. These trucks pit roughly every 40 to 50 laps, and it definitely keeps things interesting because, you know, Martinsville is a short track. Cautions come out frequently, so it can catch the occasional driver down after a bad pit stop, or just a poorly timed pit stop, shall we say. So, pace car's already in. That's one good thing about this track, is the quick pace laps. Only takes about a minute or just over a minute to do a lap around here under caution. We are green flag race, and Cole takes us to the green. I knew I was forgetting something. There we go. No need for a ticker when we got only 10 drivers here. We can just see everything put in that little splash screen there. Virginia Brock wants to make a statement in this race. I think she might have missed the qualification on the exhibition race. So that was unfortunate for her to not potentially get her team some extra cash at Green Valley. Like usual, we'll try and stay focused on the elimination spot. See the 45, Lewis Peterson. I think they're still looking for their first start. So that's 2 Snow Owl teams looking to crack the top 5 in the qualifying races to get some money in. Lap 4 already. This should be a fairly quick qualifying race. The laps always go by quickly here, though. The actual main race will be 100 laps total. And then we'll be at Road America for the Xfinity Series later today. And that should be a fun one. I think it's a 4.5 mile road course. Roughly around 4.5 miles anyway. Peterson wants into this show. He's gonna potentially knock out the 92 and put the 92 in the danger zone. Keegan Love Jr. right behind there to snatch up 5th spot if that Highline doesn't want to go. Like Noah Cole and Virginia Brock are starting to walk away from this one. Wright is struggling to get the handling of that truck just down. Wright hasn't really advanced. Hubbard also struggling today. I guess short tracks aren't Carson's thing. I think John Jacobs in the back there has a track he's good at, because he always sucks. Allowed to say that because he's my driver. It's unfortunate because John was doing quite well until qualifying races started. I think his average finish was higher than 20. But due to the point situation from last season, he got pushed into the first qualifying race and hasn't made a race since. And that's really dropped him in the points, so see the 45 and 92 still battling hard for that 5th spot, or maybe they talked before the race and they said, let's just drive side by side, clog the whole track, nobody can pass us. Not a bad strategy. I'm sure Love Jr. wants to make a race. Looks like Avalanche territory might get 2 trucks in the field for the first time, and I think since we were at Kansas. Lap 12. So we just passed halfway. These two are still going side by side. Love Jr. just ready to take over the position if any one of these two drivers make a mistake. Noah still up front with Virginia Brock inching a little bit closer to Noah. But still well in the safe zone of Gallagher and these two here. And these two have been side by side since the green flag. This is incredible. 14, 15 laps now, side by side. Finally looks like the 45 might be edging out the 92, but then green comes right back on the outside. Very strong runoff coming off of 2. See, Peterson keeps a nice tight line on that low, right against the grass, and it looks like the 92 has finally lost a position to Peterson, and now the 96 and 92 will be battling for the final transfer spot. These two are teammates. Team owner Jess Hanna watching anxiously to see if maybe he can get both of them in the show. 96 taking a quick look. Not that much time left to do it if there is going to be a pass. It looks like the 45 is now going to go. Oh no, okay. It looked like the 45 was about to get passed by Chris Green, but wasn't gonna happen. Looks like we got a small battle in the back there between Jacobs and Hubbard. But, unless there's some sort of accident, I don't see anyone really behind McCoy advancing at this point. It's just not enough time left. Chris Green, we all remember him from season 1. He had a mediocre season, I would say. Started to get some momentum and then suffered a heavy crash at Phoenix and was released by the Blue Dog Racing Group. Drove the, I believe it was the 42 truck. Or sorry, it was the 91 truck he drove, which turned into the 44. So anyway, Green got released from Blue Dog and missed the first couple races sitting on the bench there, and Banks just wasn't performing, so Jess Hannon decided he liked what he saw from Green, and Green was physically able to compete after his accident. And this is his second official qualifying race. He failed to make the first one. Did make the exhibition race, I believe. John Jacobs starting to make some moves now. Potentially, if he can get under Keegan Love Jr. within the next lap or two, might have latecomer. See, the 92 is holding up this group. Looks like Jacobs is starting to make a move under Love Jr. With just 3 laps to go, is there going to be enough time potentially for Jacobs to maybe get into the show late? Love Jr. taking things into his own hands. He's already on the high side, so he went high on his teammate. Green definitely holding up these guys behind him. Keegan Love Jr. making a strong case as to why he should be in the race. Going high on his teammate. Like Jacobs finally cleared McCoy. Green drives it hard into turn 3. Side by side. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go for this qualifying race. This is your transfer spot. Whoever finishes higher between these two trucks, we're going to see in the show at Martinsville. These two are teammates, so there could be a little bit of a friendly rivalry happening. Looks like Green didn't get off the corner that well, and Love Jr. is going to steal the spot. Congratulations to Avalanche Territory Racing. Finally got a second truck in the field. Other advancers are going to be Peterson, Gallagher, Virginia Brock, and Noah Cole was the qualifying race winner. So, gonna make some notes here, write down the transfer drivers, and I will set everything up for the main race. We're doing 100 laps at Martinsville with the trucks, so we'll be right back after I get things set up. Okay, we are back now for the main race after a intense qualification race between two teammates. Now have our full grid of 40 trucks. Excuse me. Drivers who raced their way in were the 33 of Noah Cole, the 42 of Virginia Brock, 31 of George Gallagher, 45 of Lewis Peterson making his first start of the season. And final transfer spot went to the 96 of Keegan Love Jr. It's like Keegan's right up there with Cole. 6th and 7th on the practice charts. I'm telling you, there's something special about those qualification races. It definitely gives these AI guys an advantage. I'm not altering anything. It just seems to work out that way. Of course, Cole was our qualification winner, so he now has a 25 lap advantage over the rest of the field anyway. Setup wise, maybe made some small adjustments that he didn't like in the 25 lap run he had. Anyways, I am going to go right to qualifying, and we're going to find out who's on pole. A very important qualifying session because this short track is hard to pass on. And Guillermo Alvarez gets the pole. I think that might be his second pole of the season. We got Daniel Gill on the outside of him. Daniela Baker having a great season so far. Another good qualification position for her. Jess Hannah, who seems to be on a roll as of late, in 4th. Lewis Peterson in the qualifying race gets 5th. So not bad. Go down to see where everyone else qualified. Like Jennifer Johnson, the last race winner at Bristol, she's got her work cut out for her. Qualifying 40th, that's terrible. Can only go up from there, I guess, right? Got some strugglers here at the bottom, but only about half a second separating the whole field, so it's a very competitive field here. Anyways, we are gonna get into it without further ado. Like I said in the qualifying race, pit window is about 40 to 50 laps, more closer to 50. I would say 45 to 50, and that's just basically for tire wear and tire fall off. The fuel shouldn't be an issue for this race. I think they might have to top up a little bit, but easily can make it on one fuel stop. It's just tires that have high wear rate on this Martinsville version. And we are green flag racing 100 laps at the half-mile paperclip. It'll be the first of 2 times these trucks will make it to Martinsville. Of course, we remember that very famous playoff race in Season 1. See, Alvarez kind of clips the curb there, loses a little momentum to Daniel Gill, and Gill's going to lead the first lap. Alvarez should have the advantage on the bottom. Saw in the qualifying race, if there's a faster truck, they can definitely get the job done on the high side. As you can see, just Hannah staying with Baker. And looks like we had a slow truck. Looks like the 48 had some issues on the start. That's Johnson again. Not Jennifer Johnson, Callum Johnson. This is the other Johnson in the field. Has had a terrible season so far. Thankfully, he's locked in with a charter. But his season has been just absolute dog shit. Unfortunate because this team is so strong, equipment-wise anyway. But Johnson just can't catch a break here. You can see he's almost going to be a lap down. Maybe he can make something happen with the clean air. Keep an eye on his time. About 21 seconds behind the leader right now. These trucks do about 22.5 seconds a lap, so just over a second ahead of the leader at this point. We'll see how far he is across the line. Oh, and the yellow flag is out. That's a huge break for Johnson. Let's take a look and see what happened here. I don't see anything too crazy, but there is a huge gap here between Keith. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was wondering why there was such a gap there. See, the 99 was involved with the 18. It looks like they were just fighting for the same real estate off the corner. 99 and 18 trying to go 3 wide with the 24 up high, and just a little bit of a scrape. Oh, Lee Sharp almost backed up into his teammate there. Like Wright will get off okay. See Sharp visibly upset from that contact. Looks like they crossed the line while they were spinning, so Sharp will get that position back. Just kind of fast forwarding here so we don't miss any pit stops. Doesn't look like we're gonna miss anything, so okay, we're live again. They're shuffling under caution. That's pretty standard for Martinsville. I think we're gonna do one more lap under caution. Should go back racing on lap 10. But so far this version of Martinsville is pretty good. I mean, aesthetically pleasing, as well as the racing is, I mean, it's fairly realistic. You see the odd crash. The only thing I'm not crazy about is when the AI randomly go into the grass and kind of just stop. But what can you do? Nothing's perfect. Francisco Barreto right there. Never miss the Hustler trucks. Usually the brightest in the field. A huge break for Johnson, as I said earlier. He was nearly going to go a lap down. He was losing a little bit of time to the leader. So, I mean, he's 40th, but he won't be a second in front of the leader to go a lap down. So that's still a pretty nice break for them. At this point, I probably would have come down pit road, gone with an alternate strategy from the leaders, and maybe if there was another caution in a few laps, you could just jump the field. See Virginia Brock right behind her team owner, Christian Grace, who's had a very quiet season to this point. Usually he's a little bit more competitive. Had a few good races, but nothing from what we've come to expect from a Championship 4 driver. Keith Hughes finally breaking the seal at his first exhibition race last time, getting his first win unofficially. Nice to see that team have some success. I think we'll be going green this time by, so Bill's just going to bunch up. Another tight, of course. Focus on Daniel Gill, who's going to take us back to green on lap 10. Well, actually now lap 11. If I'm not mistaken, last season we saw this 93 truck right up front with team owner Carlos Perez at the wheel. Xfinity boys will be at Road America later today to do 20 laps at that 4.5 mile road course. It'd be quite exciting. I'm hoping to God there's no yellow flags because the caution laps at Road America last forever. See some movement here. That 80 truck of Charles Baker getting some positions since the start of the race. Jess Hanna's slid down the field just a little bit since qualifying. Still in the top 5 though. Vladimir Makarov. Always a very notoriously slow starter, but usually finishes quite strong. It's a rare race to see this driver outside the top 10, or any one of his trucks outside the top 10. They always do so well. That secret Sputnik V vaccine they're always promoting. See Cohen getting low on Greg Shetner. Trying to complete that pass. Here's Peterson and Gallagher. These two drivers had to race their way in a couple of minutes ago. Here they are fighting for a top 10 in this race. Big 4 here of Chip Chase. Plan B Sales, Toyota Tundra. Leading our reigning champion, Mike Carroll, who's had a terrible season, and it's not going to get any better right now. Mike Carroll explodes the motor on the front straight on lap 17. This should bring out the caution. It hasn't already. I don't see the lights out anywhere, and that, yeah, he's going to stop dead in the track. And Johnson rear ends him. Looks like Johnson's got some heavy damage now too. That's going to bring out the caution for the second time this afternoon. Johnson making his way down pit road, smoking heavily. We're going to see our leaders come down. Doesn't look like it. Kind of surprised by this move. See one taker here. Got Sean Cohen coming down pit road. Got some other trucks. We got the 31 taking some fresh tires. Trip Chase coming down. We got Brody Walker. Gonna go with an alternate strategy today as well. Got Guerrero coming down. And Sharp. Weber. Money King. Sam King. Got quite a few. I'd say nearly half the field. Now the question is Johnson going to get out before losing a lap? We're going to find out. I think she should be okay with that inside line on the pace car. Always very tricky to do with Martinsville is to try and keep 40th place on the lead lap under yellow. Looks like she's going to be safe. She will get off nice and clean. And looks like the official retirement for the 50 was accident, but I'm not sure if that's because the 48 hit Carroll after he exploded a motor. 48 lost a tire, but saw that engine smoking as well. Yeah, my timing's always great, isn't it? Talk about our reigning champion and decides to blow a motor before I can even mention his name. Always exciting here in the booth. I never seem to disappoint myself with my broadcasting skills and luck. Gonna do at least one more lap of caution. Nearing the quarter-way mark of this race, and we still see quite a few trucks who haven't taken service yet. Try and find to see where the first truck who pit is. Looks like that 6 is right behind the 39 of Denison. So that would be 19th last time by for the 6 trucks. So we got 18 trucks ahead of them who haven't pit yet. We'll probably see this 6 truck make his way up through the field quite nicely. I'm not sure why these other guys didn't pit halfway through a run, but hopefully for their sake we don't have a long green flag run, because this is going to catch a lot of trucks a lap down or 2 laps down if we stay green for a while. These cars heading onto pit road. We're going green this time by. Still no trucks a lap down yet, which is always a good thing. Gill, who's led every lap of the race so far, is going to lead us back to green. See that 80 truck of Baker. Oh, into the wall. I was just gonna say he's done well making his way up the field, and it looks like he hit the wall there. Not sure what happened. Gonna go back and watch that replay, because that was kind of rough. Looks like Danielle Baker kind of just caught him off guard, and he just got really loose. It's caused him to lose a few spots, but so some damage on the side from that wall impact. Hopefully he doesn't have to take any extra time in the pits to fix that, but he likely will. It's going to be very interesting to see which strategy is going to work. The track position strategy or the alternate strategy of taking tires and being able to stay out longer. See Sean Cohen going high on that 39 to make up a couple positions. Looks like that high line is moving with the fresh tires. Six is stuck in heavy traffic right now. Fresher tires still losing a bit of time to the leader last time by. We have a small breakaway here between the top 7. A little bit of a gap. And we're under caution yet again for the 3rd time. It looks like there was something with that 99 truck. Just stops dead on the track. Looks like those 2 drivers are going to need a tow. Go back and lap and see what happened. That 99. Ooh, looks like the 30. Oh, that happened right where those trucks had fresh tires. Looks like the 39 and 31 got together. It looks like Gallagher just was 3 wide. He thought he was probably 2 wide, and 39 got sandwiched. They're just pushing him along the front straight. Thankfully for Gallagher, nobody T-boned him. That's the cause. And we had another wreck with the 39 and the 77 coming to the caution. That caused another pileup. Jeez, it's tough to be in the back of the field today. I'm going to, before we go live, I'm just gonna... Got another wreck. Guys are wrecking all over. Just gonna show the pit stops because I know I for sure missed them while reviewing. See if which leaders made a stop and which did not. 99 and 99 and the 9 truck. Ooh, looks like the 93 didn't get in his stop properly and he had to get a tow. That's for sure gonna ruin his race. After dominating the whole thing, looks like he will stop leading laps at lap 29. Might even go a lap down from that tow. We're gonna see, like, Alvarez has the lead coming off the pit road, but there was a lot of trucks that stayed out because they pit the last time by, remember. It looks like Baker was first off pit road. But quite a few trucks on the tail end of the lead lap. That awful pit sequence. The 99 is shown as the lead truck, but on the tail end of the lead lap. It's like the 9 truck is the only one that's shown a lap down, but all these trucks are basically tail end of the lead lap with 2 truck, I guess. Sorry, right? Where's the 2 truck? 2 truck is the leader, so we gotta wait for things to cycle through for me to figure out what the heck is going on. The 2 truck is shown as the leader. I don't think the 2 truck has made a stop yet. This is interesting if I'm right. All these trucks are in fact on the lead lap, and that 9 truck is gonna smack the 25. Driving there, Ramirez, just proud. So a lot of these trucks are gonna, I caution right away, these 3 anyway up the front. We'll focus on the leader, but the 99, the 9, and the 45 are all a lap down. Your green flag racing again on lap 32. Didn't see the 93 truck. I think the 93 truck did get away with a quick tow, so he is tail end of the lead, or the, yeah, pretty much the tail end of the field here. 45 seems to be well off pace. The 9 and the 99 seem to be fast enough to compete with the leaders and potentially get their laps back. with a quick yellow. Very helpful for these two guys. Christian Grace manages to keep the lead and have a nice one-car buffer between him and Owen, who definitely has fresher tires. So it's all a matter of timing of when Cohen can get around that 9 truck. There he goes. How about Noah Cole having to fight his way in? Oh. That was quick. Like I was sleeping. Keith spotted something before I did. 25 had a nice little spin. Go back a couple laps here. Looks like Sam King just got under him, and the same thing, you know, 3 wide racing. Never works at Martinsville. Doesn't look like it was, ooh, Johnson spinning now. Ferguson. These things are messy when there's a wreck here. These guys, they scramble like chickens with their heads cut off. So this was your leader at the time of caution. Looks like Grace is finally going to make a pit stop. Like the 6 is going to follow. Not live, so we're just going to see what happens with our leaders here. Decent amount of trucks coming down pit road. More or less the same pack that came down on lap 20 with the second caution. Like Grace is on his way. Gonna beat the 6 off nice and comfortably. He is back out on track. So let's go back live and see where things kind of stacked up there. According to the ticker, looks like the 5 has now inherited the lead, with the 45 being on the tail end of the lap. See what'll happen with this. Looks like the 9 took service again because I don't see him there unless he got his lap back somehow. No. Looks like he tried to and they called him back. So Baker will have her work cut out for her if she wants to get her first short track win on this restart. Trying to get around the 45, which was noticeably off pace on the last restart. You could see Peterson struggle a little bit. I'm not sure if he has any engine damage or not. But it'll be very interesting on this restart to see if any of these lap trucks can get one of their laps back. Looks like we got the 26 now a lap down from that yellow. And the 99 I thought got his lap back, but I think he probably pit and just kind of came out after the pace car went around. Check up the turns. Should be going green. I think this time, yeah, the lights are off on the pace car. No lap cars on the inside. See them coming now, but they're pretty slow to move up. I'm not sure what is going on. But anyway, it'll be a nice clean restart for these leaders anyway. Looks like the 26 is going to get up there at the wrong time. And now Baker is boxed in, leaving Barker. Or sorry, Baker. We got two Bakers up front now. Danielle and Charles, no relation. At least I don't think so. Like the 45 seems to be a little faster this time. Doesn't appear to be holding up the leader too much. Johnson wants her lap back after a messy yellow flag. I don't think she was the cause of the yellow, but she was involved in a wreck once she took the yellow. Last week's race winner at Bristol is not liking this short track at all. Just kind of shows you the differences between the two short tracks. It can make a world of difference for these drivers. Still only 2 retirements so far. 50 and the 48 involved in the same caution flag. 50 blew a motor. 48 kind of just rear-ended Errol while he was stopped right in the middle of the track and caused Johnson to lose his motor as well. Other than that, we only have 3 trucks or so a lap down, and everyone's running fairly clean race, I guess, by Martinsville standards. Guess Hannah's starting to lose a bit of ground to the leader. I mean, still in the top 5, but doesn't look as strong as he did at the beginning. Keith Hughes starting to make some moves now and climb up the field. Greg Shetner's been in the top 10 for most of the evening. See the 41 here of Jack Foster. Doing very well this season. Ferguson's been around the top 10 most of the day so far as well. Got Zach Shaw, who was in a qualifying race, I believe, at Bristol, and had a great result from advancing from that in the main event, and having a good day again here. Be fairly good at short tracks. See Tristan Grace here, who made a pit stop under that caution. Just outside the top 10, showing in 12th right now. We got Woodward right here, having a nice, quiet, good run. Grace as well. That 39 truck has hit pretty much everything under the sun tonight. Still having a good result going right now. See that 93 truck who dominated the first half of this race. Had a poor pit stop. Got a quick tow. Stayed on the lead lap. Was shown in, I think, 38th at one point in this race, and now he's climbed his way back up and he's showing in 16th. So not sure if that was all some pit strategy or what, but 93 truck seems to be the strongest one in the field right now. If Gil can get some good track position again, I'd pick him as my favorite to win this one. Just past halfway, mind you, so lots can happen. Weber here battling with these guys as well in that 3 Caterpillar Chevy. Get deeper into the field now, you can kind of see the trucks that have struggled a lot, including the 7 here of McAvoy, who's pretty much been toward the bottom the whole race. See the 23 and 77 making a little bit of contact going into turn 3. Noah Cole, who was having a good race, kind of had a poor pit stop the last caution and put him down in some heavy traffic. See that 99 truck who's had a very questionable day. A couple of accidents that weren't his fault, a couple that were. Nonetheless, the truck is still running and seems to be not a bad handling truck. Once, if you can stay out of trouble. A little lap down, so I'm not sure why the 99 and the 9 didn't advance on the inside row. Not restart, but it really hurt their chances. 9 seems to be holding up a few trucks now. This is the tail end of the field. Alex Dreyer kind of trailing that line. See the 45. Peterson's still trying to get his lap back, just praying for a caution at any moment. We got the one truck coming back into the fight. Albert is qualified on pole, kind of fell back as the race went on. The alternate pit strategy or whatnot, and now he's back up. 26 and 45 still very strong. You can see, I mean, based off qualifying only being half a second spread between 40 trucks, you can see how competitive everyone is. The 45 and the 26 are a lap down essentially, and they're able to keep pace with the leaders. So it's really just a matter of good track position and solid pit strategy that can win you this one. This guy's finally getting a nice long run. Might even be able to see green flag pit stops where we should be comfortably in the pit window now to finish off the pit stops for the day. We get another yellow or a full pit sequence. That should be it for the rest of the race. Got about 40 laps to go. Looks like Baker wants that lead back. It's her race to lose at this point. After the 93 had some struggles, 5 truck's been right up in the top 3 all night, minus a little bit of pit strategy variation. Very strong truck, but if that 93 can't get back up there, this should be her race. How about Keith Hughes making a statement here? Trying to get his way into the top spot as the 45 and 26 are battling each other, holding up the leaders. Saw Baker kind of went 3 wide to get past him, but just wasn't worth the risk. It's like that 26 is starting to drive away from these guys. 2 trucks want to see a caution desperately. Still about 10 seconds, 11 seconds in front of the tail end of the pack, so I don't think we'll start to see traffic impede the leaders besides these trucks for until after the pit stops. Everything is very close together as Keith Hughes looks to take the lead. Turn 2, going to be slowed up by that 45, and Baker's going to get a run on the outside. Hughes has made his way up. The whole race just been getting better and better. Didn't lead that one, but might lead the next one. We can get under that 45, drive it deep. Turn 3, like that. Like the 5 has now been picked, and Keith Hughes is going to be our, I think, our 4th or 5th different leader so far in this one. He's getting strong at the right point of this race. Now we saw the undercut be a huge advantage to anyone who makes a green flag stop. Here it's you can kind of show you can see the tire fall off barely in your top right screen there. His last lap time was a 23.3. His fastest was a 22.5, so you can see the fall off is about 8 tenths between fresh tires and old tires, and Keith probably was in traffic when he did that fast time there. So see, the fastest time was done by the 17 of Lily Holmes, 22.24. So that's an even bigger fall off. That's about a second a lap. So if you start seeing trucks in the middle of the field come down pit road and you're the leader, you don't want to leave it more than 1 or 2 laps before you come down, or just the time loss will just be too great and you'll be in traffic. Having 1 or 2 lap fresher tires is not a big advantage when you're in the lead and you've lost track position. 82 starting to walk away now. That 45 is still blocking the rest of the leaders. Looks like the one of Alvarez finally looks like he cleared Peterson. We got 2 trucks kind of clear of traffic now. I've lost track what time the last caution was. I want to say it was around lap 40-45. So we should start to see green flag pit stops in the next 10 laps. Not sure what they're going to do. 2 tire stop is a viable option. Probably don't need to take that much fuel. Only got to run about 15 laps or so. If a caution comes out, that would just be even better, because you'd be able to make sure the guys who took 4 tires lose their advantage with those fresher tires and count down those laps. See that 9 truck. 9 truck seems a little slow. Tail end of the field here. 39 has dropped back quite a bit since the restart. Likely on older tires than the rest of the field. Lily Holmes, who has our fastest lap, way down in 25th. '93 hasn't gained that much position since we last followed him, and looks like the 83 is going to be the first truck to pit. 83 was last in the top 10. If I can get a shot of Shaw making his pit stop. It won't be long now. This is a great call by this team, pitting a little earlier than the rest. And you know, if he's out there for 5 laps more than the rest of the field with fresher tires, that's potentially 5 seconds. But you want a nice clear track, and like he's got a nice opening right here as there's more trucks following. So Zach Shaw has a nice pit strategy going. There's a little bit of a window there. Team truck right in front of him in about a second or so. Saw that 4 down pit road, or is it the 45? Sorry, apologies. Got the 41 now coming down. Pit road's about to be a busy place. Looks like these guys are taking 4 tires as there's only about 20 laps left or so, so I think 4 tires isn't a bad call if that's about half a pit cycle. You want to maximize your advantage here, so 4 tires isn't bad. If you pit with maybe 15 or 10 to go, that's when you probably want to start thinking about taking 2. as your advantage wouldn't last quite as long. See anyone else coming down pit road just yet. Got a fun camera here. Got a nice view of the whole track. It looks like these leaders are going to wait for either a yellow or just to the very last minute to make their stops. I'm trying to keep an eye on that 83 truck. Looks like he's on the outside right now, but he is going to be in heavy traffic. That advantage won't be as great. If he was a little bit further back, you would have seen the advantage grow quite a bit. But he's in heavy traffic now. Looks like that 80 truck, 2 laps down, looks like the 80 truck made a pit stop I didn't catch. But you can see he's got a nice clear track in front of him, and I think that 80 truck is going to gain the most from this cycle, being one of the first trucks to pit. See the advantage already. About half a turn. About half a straightaway as well. I think he's going to catch that 9 truck now. It's going to slow him down a bit, but once he gets past those 2 lap trucks, he'll be in great shape. Keith. I'm not going to watch another truck. You're the leader. People want to see the leader. Like that 2 truck is starting to gain some spots near the end of the run. Truck's still trying to get around the 9 of Ramirez, who seems to have some sort of engine damage. Very slow. This is killing his advantage. Keith with nearly a 2-second lead over second place, stretching that advantage out. You can see the 80 passing the 9 finally, and look at the gap he's already put on him. Still no other takers. See the progress on the 83. He's in very heavy traffic now. This is going to kill his advantage. 41 also pit, so let's take a look and see where he's at. Also stuck in heavy traffic, so the guys that made their early stop just getting killed with track position. I still think that 80 has got quite an advantage. Look at he's got a full straightaway on the leader now, and he was stuck behind the 9 truck for, I would say, at least 3 laps. He's gonna gain quite a bit. I'm not sure where he was before the pit stops, but you're gonna see a huge jump in his final standings. Lap 90 now. We're pretty much at the window of pit stops now. I'm curious to see what everyone's gonna take. If it's just gonna be a fuel only stop or 2 tires or what, but you can see they've lost nearly 2 seconds of pace. Doing about 24.5-second laps. So 2 seconds a lap. Say if you take 2 tires, it'd probably be 1 second. Yeah, I mean, it takes an extra 7 or 8 seconds to do the left side tires, so you can stretch it out a couple more laps. 2 tires, you'd probably break even. I don't think, I'm pretty sure they won't be able to make it. I'm not sure, Keith, but every time I tested, they would pit around lap 45 to 50. So we'll see. The 9 car going 2 laps down now. Let's see where that 80 truck is rushing the field right now. Taking so much time up. I feel like Baker was pretty high up before the stop. I want to say like close to top 10, if not top 10. The 83 truck was top 10 for sure. He's causing a lot of traffic right now, so we'll see. That's 6 laps to go. Gonna come down to a final pit strategy call. By a lot of these teams, I still think they need to pit, but I could be wrong. Of course, if you're leading, you want to leave it to the last possible second. Keith Hughes and Tristan Grace now making up some serious ground on Keith. Nearly made up a 2-second deficit in only a few laps, so not sure if the 2 can make it. I think our last pit stop was around lap 45, or last caution flag, so they should be coming down pit road. I'm not sure if they can stretch it now because it's the end of the race or what. Doesn't make sense that they would. Yeah, at least we got a race for first regardless. Should make it exciting. Final 5 laps. 4 to go at the line. Keith Hughes looking for his first points race win. Won the last race at the exhibition event at Green Valley, so he's definitely got some momentum on his side. Christian Grace looking for a season turnaround. Had a very inconsistent finishes. 48 died, man. Johnson rear-ended. I think we only have 2 retirements. Oh, we got 3 now. Looks like the engine finally gave up on the 9 truck. But the 50 reigning champion Mike Carroll lost an engine, stopped middle of the track, and the 48 rear-ended him. The rest of the field seemed to make it by okay, but the 48 did not. And that also killed his engine and his day, along with the 50 truck. Another disappointing race for both those drivers who seem to have been... Ooh, is there a caution? No, I thought I saw the caution lights. Oh, there is a caution. Ooh, that's gonna end this race. Not sure what happened there, but white flag as they take the caution, and Tristan Grace just barely missing out on the race win. Oh no. Leader Keith Hughes hitting the number 7 truck. Thankfully that didn't destroy his race. Looks like the 84 is out of gas. Where the pace truck is, looks like, yeah. Well, that's interesting. That's one way to finish this one, and we were heading for a pretty climatic finish. Doesn't look like it'll be meant to be, as Keith Hughes wins his first race of the season. Christian Grace a very close second. Guillermo Alvarez getting 3rd, and we had a little bit of a surprise visit from the 61 of Chris McRae, getting a 4th place finish, and then Trip Chase rounding out your top 5. Let's see what brought out that caution. I saw that 7 truck was heavily damaged. Just go back quickly. It's likely brought out the caution that ended the race. Again, 3 wide. We saw that all night. Never seemed to work, and that 84 was involved. That's probably why she was why he was slow. And that will finish the race under caution. You see the 7 truck heavily damaged. 84 still running, but maybe knocked something loose. That hard impact, and that would definitely end the race for the 7. Anyways, that was Martinsville. Always an exciting race here at Martinsville. It's the shortest track we run on the season. We'll be back here for the playoffs Could be another exciting race there. But, I mean, officially, more than these guys finished on the lead lap. But I think the AI did some funny business there. Just couldn't get organized before they took the finish. So technically, only 12 drivers finished on the lead lap, but it was definitely a lot more than that. 3 retirements, so a very low attrition race. And pretty much, I want to say 30 onwards finished on the lead lap as well. So it was very difficult to get a good finish here. If your pit strategy didn't work out, it was a tough blow for these guys that tried an alternate strategy. You had the 80 truck, the 41, 83, all tried different strategies, didn't work out for them, so that'll hinder their great finish. But you know, that's all part of racing. It's not just the fastest truck that always wins. So that was Martinsville. That was race 4 of the truck series. We'll be back shortly for the Xfinity race, but I'm just trying to see where we're next from the truck series. Looks like we are going to be at our favorite track, Talladega, for both a synchronized event between trucks and Xfinity. We'll be at Talladega for round... Sorry, I said round 4. This is round 5. So this will be round 6 at Talladega. And then we're doing Watkins Glen right after that. So we got our first road course for the trucks coming up in 2 races time. But for now, I'm going to hop off here and get everything set up for Xfinity at Road America. So thanks all for watching, and we'll catch you in a few minutes if you want to stick around.